Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's have a little sit down, uh, crack open a beer, and I don't know. We'll uh, we'll just have a little look, see what's going on in the world of Twitter today, eh? Oh yeah, funny cat pictures. Do, 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 do. Not humorous post there by Pastor Alex again. Yeah, I mean, oh well, nothing important. It's not like AAI are going to do anything like silly today that's going to force me to go live very quickly, is it? Eh? Okay, what's this? Oh, oh, oh! Would you believe it? AAI have gone and done something stupid. Ahoy, everyone! It's Jeff, aka Godless Scummer. Let's do this. Hi everyone, it's Jeff, aka Godless Scummer. Well, I guess there's three things in life you can be certain of: um, death, taxes, and Atheist Alliance International either doing something completely stupid or completely corrupt. One of the two, or maybe both at the same fucking time. Guess what's happened? Guess what's happened? Now, first of all, before I give you a little recap on everything, I got a bone to pick with your AAI and Atheists for Liberty as well, who I'm going to have a go at in this, as well as one or two other people associated with Atheists for Liberty. I, as you can see, am wearing my honorary leprechaun t-shirt for this. Okay. Now I see John Hamill, Martin are in the chat there as well. Um, yes, John, it is a top shirt. I have a bone to pick with you. I'm not prepared for this tonight because I got a can of fucking Carlsberg. Okay. Could you have waited 24 more hours? Okay, so I could have done this properly. So it could be bloody St. Patrick's Day, and I could have a Guinness and a glass of Jameson in my hand when I did this. You could have done that for me, okay? So let's get that out of the way. Quick recap. Now, okay, those of you may remember, I had John Hamill on about, I'm guessing about a month ago, and we talked about a little bit about the history that has gone on with Atheist Alliance International and things that happened at their recent EGM, which was their whole supposedly their whole we're coming clean, we're coming clean, and let's move on kind of thing here. Which of course was not them taking any accountability or responsibility for all the shit that has gone on in that organization ever since the coup that took place in like 2017 into 2018. Okay. So the bullshit's still continuing, and I wondered how long it'd be before they did something, utterly corrupt or utterly stupid again. It hasn't taken that long, honestly. So, which we've got to go back a little bit to that EGM. Okay, now myself and John Hamill talked about this, and I'm just going to bring up the old slideshow again here very quickly because it's interesting. Okay. Oh, I just want to check something while I'm here as well because it's another little bone of contention. Oh, look, they did. Okay, fair enough. Now listen. Very quickly, before I get onto the main news, last time I talked about AAI, see this face that was blanked out? This is supposedly the atheist that was in danger, and they finally got round to blanking this out, despite the fact that it was up on their website. This was the so-called atheist in danger. Oh, I never heard a peep out of them, by the way. People can go back, watch some videos about that, where I called these clowns out on this. But this here is a little look at the groups that are affiliate members and groups that are represented at the EGM. And if we let me try and see, can I? This is. I just want to zoom in on the. Where is it? Around here somewhere. Oh, hold on. Can I scroll across here? Can I scroll across here? Right, this one right here. Atheists for Liberty. Yeah, Martin, this is actually where I'm reading this from. Okay, Atheists for Liberty. Okay. They were one of the groups that are involved, that were here at this EGM being represented. And people might remember when I had John on to talk about what was going on there. We kind of brought up Atheists for Liberty, or atheists with guns, or atheists for Trump, make atheism great again, whatever the fuck their deal is. You know, look, I'm not a fan of them, but you know that's not the reason I'm doing this. And oh, hold on, I'm going to highlight a comment. There's two versions. The one with one of them still has the photo, the name of the quote unquote atheist in danger. Oh, they are such fucking clowns. I just can't with these people anymore. But okay, Atheists for Liberty. Now, if people want to remember, myself and John talked about this a bit while we were on there. And you know, one of their members is a guy I've had a few things to say about on the channel before. David Silverman. He's a pretty prominent member. I don't think he's on their board or anything, as far as I could tell, but pretty prominent member, and obviously very well known atheist activist. I had a few things to say about him. Now, to be clear, I've always stayed away from those allegations that were made against him, and I've always stayed away from commenting on his exit from American Atheist. I've not felt like going on there. My main thing with him has been some of his shit posting on Twitter over the last couple of years. And, you know, look, Silverman, when he's been quizzed by certain critics about about what's going on with AAI, you know, and his whole thing is, oh, just because you can't see, you know, something being done doesn't mean some things aren't being done. You know, that's his whole. He's puffing his chest out about this. We're going to do something behind the set. I'm working behind the scenes, or whatever. We might have a little bit of evidence about just how he's going on about this. But anyway, at their EGM, basically the whole sort of motion about like this, you know, like this board actually taking some accountability and actually answering some serious questions. One of the groups whose delegate voted against the AAI board taking any accountability or answering questions was the delegate for Atheists for Liberty, lady named Christine Shelska. I believe that's how her name's pronounced. Which leads me to the next thing I've got to share with you today. Allow me to share Exhibit B. Okay. Right. What we have here is a letter. I'll zoom in on this. Oh, a bit too much. Dear, now, okay, let me look. Dear whoever, because this is obviously was to someone whose name needs to be redacted. I wrote to you on February 23rd asking for nominations for the vacant board role of Regional Director North America. Unfortunately, I did not receive any nominations, but we have found an excellent candidate. She's a previous AAI president, vice president, and secretary. It's likely you know her. She is Christine Shelska, the delegate for Atheists for Liberty that was aforementioned. The board has voted to appoint Christine under Section 51 of our bylaws. Under this section, she can serve on the board until the next election. At that point, North American affiliate members may nominate candidates for the 2023 election. Please join me in giving Christine a warm welcome to the board. I'm sure she'll contact you. I'm sure she contact you shortly. Okay. Okay. Kind regards, Bill Flavelle, Secretary. Okay. Um, One other thing I want to mention about this lady, Christine, might be I wouldn't normally go down in there, but I think it's worth mentioning for the. Apparently, she is the current spouse of one David Silverman, the aforementioned guy who's supposedly doing things behind the scenes and his whole, you know, um, you know, working behind the scenes. And John Hamill in the chat actually raises a good question here. Says, as no one nominated, does that mean Atheists for Liberty didn't nominate her? Okay, so is any of the North American groups? I don't see Randolph in the chat, but Randolph, if you watch this, please let me know. Did you nominate this woman? Did you know anything about this? Please let me know. No beef for you, Randolph. You know that, but I would be curious to know. So, okay. And John's gone on to further say, Atheists for Liberty were asked by AAI for nominations to the board, but they couldn't think of anyone. And look, one of their own members, who is apparently the spouse of one of their most recognizable members, who's probably best known these days for shit posting about shit posting about wanting to organise anti-woke atheist conferences nowadays. It seems to be what he's best known for. And that's been my main issue with Silverman, has been his Twitter shit posting. As I said, never gone near any of the other stuff that's been said about him or anything, because I never felt comfortable going there, and I feel like there's a lot I don't know, and it's not stuff I like talking about. But I'll just say this: look, AAI, I know you're going to watch this because you watch every goddamn thing that is said about you by any critics. I know you're going to watch this. Once again, I challenge you: get in contact with me, explain this shit to me. Anyone from Atheists for Liberty, or it's David Silverman, especially. Listen, David, I might have said some things about you in the past, but please come, tell me what the fuck's going on here. Is this your little plan to work behind the scenes? I mean, and yeah, let's bring it up. Hi, Jason. Jason. Yeah, we know you'll be watching, Jason from AAI. We know you'll be watching. If you're if you're watching now, put something in the live chat. Just say hello, will you? I promise I'll be nice-ish. But on a serious note, though, I mean, this just stinks of another. I'd like to know something like this, Christine or whatever. When you vote, did you know this was? Did you know this offer was going to be on the table and this appointment was coming up? When you voted in the board's favour for them not to take accountability or be, answer basic and reasonable fucking questions at their EGM, did you know this was coming up then? Is this yours and David Silverman's little plan to do something about this on the quiet, about all the crap going on with AAI? Let me know, please. Yeah, probably is, Martin. Probably some bad reception. it just, but this, I mean, they are the gift that keeps on giving in many respects. It just seems like it never takes long, does it, before they do something else that just stinks. That just stinks of absolute, corruption, cronyism, and you just sheer dishonesty of this board. And I just, look, and I've said this, and I want to reiterate this. I've said this God knows how many times. We don't want AAI to die. We want to see AAI kind of actually restored to the kind of organisation it once was, because I think they could be doing a lot bloody more to be helping, atheists around the world, and helping out atheist groups around the world that are affiliates to them, than what they're doing. Because I mean, it seems to me at the moment it's just, there's been a moment all I see is like they're organising some GoFundMe campaigns or whatever, maybe. Okay, and they could and should be doing a lot bloody more than they're doing. And because and I do, and I'm going to say this, I'm not convinced that any of these guys are actually serious. I mean, I don't claim to be like a serious atheist activist or anything, or whatever. Not like, and I'm going to say this, not like the guy in the chat here, Mr. Hamill, who I've got to say has done some fantastic work recently around like army chaplains in Ireland. He's done some fantastic work there. Please go and check out his recent interview with my mate Chris over on Hereticals. If you want to learn a bit more about that, because John's done some fantastic work there. You got guys like Michael Nugent from Atheist Ireland. He's there in the it's been in like the United Nations recently trying to get shit done. Aunt Jura asks a good question. At what point do we start suspecting that AAI is engaging in long game performance art? I don't think they. I think they're more just concerned about just like surviving until tomorrow most days. I don't think there's anything long term about these guys. But it's a shame because this organisation should be much more effective than it has been. Unless listen at the wrongs of the past 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been, are not addressed. We're actually getting on for 6 years now. Unless the wrongs of this are not addressed and not addressed soon, AAI is gonna fucking die just by the nature of it. You've lost, and not only lost, but I believe actually removed some great groups like Atheist Ireland, Ex-Muslims of Great Britain, Freedom from Religion Foundation, very good, serious atheist activist groups. And you're left with this fucking rump of an organisation now. And I was just say, listen, not everyone who's in AAI or is an affiliate of AAI or whatever are bad, because I do, there are some people still inside who are trying to fight the good fight as best they can. Which is generally where we get a lot of where some of the critics tend to get our information from, but we're not, not going to say who these people. We're not. I mean, I don't even know who some of these people are to myself anyway. So but so we've got to acknowledge that there are some good people still desperately trying to fight the good fight inside AAI. But it's getting ever more bloody frustrating now that we have got this absolute clown car of a board, who not only seem to be as corrupt as hell, but are corrupt and incompetent at the same time. It like I said, what part of me wants to laugh and part of me wants to cry about this, because it's I mean, you guys are like making the Conservative government in Great Britain look like honourable fucking people right now, quite frankly. Yeah, you're making them look like honourable, decent people. You know, in comparison, that's how much of a shit show is what is going on now in this organisation. And once again, I'm going to just say this: I know I'm a small channel, okay? I know I'm a small voice in this community, but I'm going to want to call on the bigger voices in the community. You know, the ones, especially the ones who are supposed to be like serious activists and stuff. Guys, you need to start fucking speaking on this because you know what a potential AAI has as an organization and what it could be. You know, you need to start. I'd like to just challenge the people with much bigger platforms than I've got to step up to the fucking plate and start speaking on this now. Because unless there's some significant pressure put on, AAI is going to be, sadly, it's just going to end up in the fucking dustbin of history. Um, what's Martin saying? By the time AAI had paid the lawyers to sort out the mess with California Attorney General and pay the fines for multiple breaches of California corporate code, they'll be broke. This is this is what I mean. This is what an absolute, you know, exactly like. Yes, Mr. Silverman. Yeah, you shouted an awful lot about due process. And like I said, I've never touched your exit from American Atheist, but I do recall you shouting a lot about due process. Where you don't see, I don't think you've got any bloody due respect for the due process that was established within AAI whatsoever. And yes, I know you can say on their bylaws, yes, they can co-opt your wife onto the board. I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll get another turn as president. It seems like everyone else on that fucking board gets a turn as president. You know, you never know, do you? You never know. Well, this is a short and sweet stream tonight. I think I said it was gonna be short, but the clown car rides on, folks. The AAI clown car um, rides on, and I guess we kind of now. I've got to say, and this is not even to do with my dislike of their politics, but I've got to question Atheists for Liberty as an organisation now. If they're because they're just because you guys are complicit in turning a blind eye to this shit now. Forget the fact that I don't like your politics or whatever. That's irrelevant. If you were just irrelevant as far as I'm concerned on this issue. But I am bothered by the fact that you guys are well aware of what's going on here, and you not only have you been turning a blind eye, it looks like now you're actively collaborating with the cover-ups and the bullshit that's going on with this. Yeah, who knows? Shelska 2023, Shelska Purcell 20. Oh, that could be an interesting one. Of course, I will say, thanks to John and Martin has been in the chat, the members of the AAI board in exile. You know, uh, please go and check out Free Thought Profit on every other Sunday, 10 p.m. UK time. These guys have covered the AAI stuff in way more detail than I do. They do talk about other stuff. I'll just be clear, they do talk about other things. It's just the AAI, as we know, keep giving us things to talk about. So, once again, like I said, this was always going to be short, but I'm going to reiterate that call again to the bigger names in the community who have got the bigger channels and the bigger voices or whatever. I think you need to start speaking on this as well, because as AAI like to keep reminding us, there are atheists dying around the world. As they like to, as their board like to keep reminding us. You know, get your It's about time. It's about time some of you guys with bigger platforms started taking notice of this. All right. See you all later. Salute.